Hey, Shalom. First off, I want to say, the water, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, for giving me the spirit to do this video and tell this dream. And Shalom to you brothers out there that's doing the truth and sincerity. So let's get right to it. The dream is me and the brothers of GMS Dallas, and this is how the dream started. I was flying outside of a plane over the ocean, and my brother was flying the plane. So I had like a parachute on, and I had a connector that went all the way down to the plane. So I'm like very high in the sky. And we're going over the oceans. And at first I was calm, just like normal. And I'm just seeing the view of the ocean. It's just beautiful, And after a while I thought about it. I was like, man, like, how long is my brother gonna be driving this, gonna be flying this plane? Because I can't talk to him to tell him to, as it, go ahead and land it. So I'm just stuck in the air, seeing nothing but water, And so he flew around for a while, and I didn't remember landing. All I remember is it went from that scene to me ended up walking up to a house. And when I walked up to this house, and this house was kind of like, I won't say it was wooded, but it was kind of wooded a little bit. And so I walk up to the house to meet up with the brothers in GMS Dallas. So as soon as I walk in the house, Ariala, he greets me, salutes me, I salute him. And right away I tell him, I say, hey brother, I said, you won't believe just happened. He's like, what happened? I was like, I just got done flying over the ocean, in a parachute, connected to a plane. And then he looked at me right away. He was like, man, that's faith. He was like, me and Yashawamba, I was just talking to Yashawamba about faith. He looks at Yashawamba. Then he's like, man, that's faith, man. So as soon as he says that's faith, it hits me. And I was like, man, that is faith. So I sit down at the table, the kitchen table, and ask for a pen, piece of paper. And I start writing down points, because I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a sit down on it. And I'm thinking about the end times, about, no matter what situation we're in, no matter how dangerous it looks, just to keep the faith, though you might be in some crazy situations. Okay. Now, in reality, I would never fly outside of a plane in a parachute. So I would consider that a very crazy situation. All right. But in reality, I would never do that. So I'm just thinking spiritual about it at this time, at this moment. And so I'm just, writing notes and stuff. And before I can really get deep into my notes, Yashawam was like, hey, come in the living room, sit down so we can watch this. I didn't know what he was talking about. So we go in the living room and he pushes play. So we're watching the TV, and what we're watching is like in the old times, like George Washington times, like when Esau had on those white wigs, founding fathers, quote unquote, times. And they're driving an Oldsmobile, like an old school car, and it's black. And they're driving in the front seat, and it's a black guy in the back, Israelite in the back. And he has grayish white hair, and he's sitting there, and all of a sudden, the Edomites in the front seat, one of the Edomites, the passenger driver, he puts a gun to his mouth. And when he puts a gun to his mouth, he talks about like he stole something. I think he said he stole some cigarettes or something like that. But he puts a gun to the Israelite's mouth, basically saying he gonna pull the trigger on him because you're a thief, etc., etc. So I remember us in the living room, we're looking at the TV, we're like, man, that dude's innocent. Like we're pissed off, like, cause we tired of Esau just, being proud, having this dominion over us. So the guy looks innocent, so we're getting pissed off talking about it. And then the Edomites are driving him to a court. So I guess he got a court date. So they're driving to court. In the court, it's like an old time court. Everything's brown, old wood. It's like old time. And as they're about to sentence him, we're so mad in the living room because we feel like, like somebody got to deliver this guy this, because they finna screw this Israelite over like Esau always does. He always screws us over. So all I remember is spiritually going into the TV. So we spiritually go into the TV, but we're in the courtroom but we're invisible. So we make ourselves invisible. And I kid you not, all you see is swords. So you see our swords, but you don't see us. You just see the swords moving. All right. So GMS Dallas, me, we're in the courthouse. We didn't spiritually use spiritual power to go into the TV, and we just executing judgment on all these Edomites, man, at the court. The judge, everybody, man. Everybody just getting put to death with the sword, man. We just chopping heads off, stab, all kinds of stuff, right? And then when there was one Edomite left, he was like in the front bench. And he's like sliding down, like, you know, like you would slide down with your back because he's like terrified. He's trembling. So he slides down with his back and he's just like, oh, oh, like his arms are shaking. It's like trying to cover his face because he was scared. And all I remember is me walking to him. Keep in mind, we're still invisible. So I'm walking to him. I can't see my arm. I only see the sword that I got in my hand, right? But we're invisible. Even we're invisible to ourselves. We just know where they're at, so we want to go put judgment on them. So as I'm walking to the Edomite, he has his spirit like, no, no, please. Like he's begging for his life. And I was loving seeing Esau beg for his life, man. Like the feeling in my heart and soul of seeing Esau beg for his life and having no might in his hand was wonderful. Okay, it was great. Okay. And it was great. I got the last Edomite. I got to walk up to him real slow, okay, and watch him just squirm, man, like a worm in the dirt bag he is, all right? So as he's begging for his life, I get the sword, and I just slowly stab it through his chest and through his stomach, and I just put it all the way through his back and just twist it and move it and put him to death. And then I woke up, and that's the end of the dream. So I just want to share that. I know I'm getting all into it, man, because, you know, I'm starting to have flashbacks of the dream. So I'm trying to give you the raw emotion of it and how I felt. And that was the end of the dream, man. And I woke up, and man, it's really tripped out because, like I said, what I got from the dream is like with the plane and me being over the waters in the ocean was faith. And then after that, meeting up with the brothers in GMS Dallas, which I have history with. So I'm pretty sure any brother from GMS Dallas could probably put together in their mind of what they feel the dream meant overall, you know. But anyway, and basically, I just feel like when it comes to us putting judgment on those Edomites in the court, it was just really like we're paying back those founding fathers, man. Those quote-unquote founding fathers. I don't even like even calling them that, but, you know, I just say that so you know, people know what I'm talking about, is that we're putting the Most High is going to put judgment on them, man, and their seed. Because it says in Isaiah 14, it says, prepare slaughter for the children for the iniquities of their fathers. So in the dream, we was putting judgment on their fathers, which is really them. You see what I'm saying? So with that, I ain't got to go too much further. I just want to share that dream. Once again, the water, Yahweh Bashim Shai, forgive me the spirit to even tell the dream. And shalom to you brothers out there that's speaking the truth with sincerity, and double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.